Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 84. I'm Adam, and today we got another battle here for round two. We got two more beasts fighting it out, and these two beasts are really good actually. I like both of them. I wish both of them made it through to round three, but one of them's gonna die. So let's introduce them. Representing Series 19, the Kingdom of Dragons. The first of the four beasts from this series to be participating, we have book number 2, The Killer of Vermok, the Spiteful Scavenger, Korvax the Sea Dragon. And representing the Infinite Group of Specials, this is special number 9. In round 1, he killed Fluger, the Sightless Sliverer, and he's looking to kill a dragon now. With that, it is my pleasure to announce to you Grashkor the Beast Guard. So we got Korvax versus Grashkor. Both of these beasts are really good in my opinion. I like both of them. Korvax is on the weaker side of season 19, but Grashkor is on the very strong side of the specials. I don't really know which one I know which one I prefer more, but it is very close. Because a fair amount of regular series books do match up to the potential that the specials are at. And season 19, I think, is a very consistent season. The battle arena will be... Yeah, let's do it. The battle arena will be a clock arena from the Hunger Games Catching Fire. And I'm going to go with that one because of one of Korvax's abilities, and I think Grashkor should be a bit experienced, at least, fighting in water, considering where his domain is. So with that, let's get to the stats. In the frozen waters of Draconia, the kingdom of dragons, dwells Korvax, an ice-breathing sea dragon. As if that wasn't terrifying enough, her transparent body displays the poor sea creatures she has consumed. Questers must be very careful to avoid suffering the same fate. Abilities and powers for Korvax is an ice body. Korvax's body is composed of ice. Yeah, okay. Cold adaptation. She can live in cold environments. Flight, underwater breathing, webbed feet, which allows quicker movement through water. Ice breath, can breathe ice from her mouth. Tail melting, she can melt her tail at will. Ice healing and regeneration. If she goes into water, she will heal herself, including her tail and wing and other parts of her. And natural weaponry. Sharp claws, sharp fangs, tail whip, you know. Weaknesses is extreme fire and heat weakness. Do I need to explain more about that? Now we're going to go on to Korvax's opponent, Grashkor the Beast Guard. Grashkor was an evil beast who killed a former master of the beasts. As a punishment, he was sent by the wizard Adaro to the Chamber of Pain, an island prison that floats in the stormy seas of the Western Ocean. There he guards the inmates, swooping over the battlements on leathery wings and cracking his bone whip. Abilities and powers is flight, enhanced durability, weapon mastery, enhanced strength, resurrection, though that is banned from the tournament, energy and magic drain. Grashkor can drain the energy and magic of his prisoners through the Chamber of Pain to increase his powers. That, I'm afraid, is also banned because we're not on the Chamber of Pain. And speech. Equipment is a skeletal whip. Weaknesses are cut in his wing. He cannot fly if his wing has a cut. Durability limits and a broken whip, and his whip can be broken. So with that, Korvax versus Grashkor. Let's get into this. As the chamber doors open, Grashkor bursts through the sky exit, lands on the perch, and roars into the arena, ready for his battle, preparing himself. Korvax, however, has gone through the sea exit, just swimming around, going as fast as she can. Grashkor sees a silhouette of Korvax and whips out his whip and goes right towards Korvax. He goes to try and wrap the whip around Korvax, which he succeeds in, and goes to pull Korvax up. Korvax obliges and flies up out of the water, pulling the whip up as well, pulling Grashkor up as well. Grashkor is then climbs his whip to get to Korvax. Korvax then uses her claws and untangles the whip, causing Grashkor to start falling down before he uses his wings to fly up. He then charges up towards Korvax as Korvax turns around and shoots an ice breath towards Grashkor, which Grashkor just blocks his head as he keeps on flying towards Korvax. Korvax then uses his tail, wraps the tail around Grashkor, pinning his arms to his body, and his wings are no longer flapping. And she is using her claws to just dig them into Grashkor's shoulders, causing blood to drip out. And she's breathing the ice breath on top of Grashkor, causing him to start freezing over. Grashkor then tries using his wings to push the tail out as far as he can, but Korvax's grip only tightens. Grashkor, in a last-ditch effort before having this battle end too quickly, he bites down on Korvax's tail, causing Korvax to roar in pain as his teeth has chipped the ice. Korvax instantly drops Grashkor. Grashkor is mid-falling before he whips out his whip, wraps it around Korvax, pinning her wings down, and pulls Korvax down with him. Grashkor extends his wings out, starts flying, and saving Korvax from falling more, he swings his whip around and slams Korvax right into the floor, causing rock and water to just go everywhere. Korvax roars in the pain, but gets back up and goes to attack Grashkor again, bites at the whip and yanks it out of his hand before snapping it with her fangs. She untangles herself and charges right back up towards Grashkor, whilst Grashkor dive bombs down on top of Korvax. Korvax prepares herself to take the attack. Korvax's helmet, being made of complete metal, slams right into Korvax's chest, pushing both of them down to the ground, and they both crash into the center of the arena, causing rock shards to go everywhere, creating a rather large dust cloud. And Grashkor is back up, and when the dust clears, Grashkor is standing up above Korvax, who is whimpering softly, shattered everywhere. One of her wings is broken, her tail is very badly damaged, and Grashkor is just standing there, just barely being able to hold himself steady. He makes his way towards Korvax's head, lifts up her head and starts slamming it repeatedly into the rock, just slamming repeatedly over and over again. Korvax is able to lift up her arm and just slash at the thigh of Grashkor before So she slashes at the thigh of Grashkor. Grashkor roars in pain and lets go of Korvax and just lifts his foot and stamps it directly on Korvax's neck. Korvax roars in pain and uses as much from her tail as she can. She tries to wrap it around one of Grashkor's legs and pulls it beneath him before he collapses. And Korvax uses that to her advantage to get back to the water. Grashkor, knowing what will happen, he grabs on to Korvax's tail, and Korvax gives a smile of satisfaction as she detaches her own tail and continues to make her way towards the water. Grashkor gets up and goes to jump on top of Korvax before she gets to the water. Just barely, just so close to that water, but not just there yet. Grashkor then wraps his arms around Korvax's head, pulls her backwards while still on her body. Korvax trying to reach back at Grashkor, but it's not working. Her wings are not helping at all. And Grashkor's just pulling Korvax's head back whilst pinning her body to the ground before suddenly Korvax can feel her neck starting to crack and tear, and Grashkor then gets the idea. He then twists Korvax's head really sharp, causing more icy fragments to erupt from Korvax's neck, in which Grashkor then uses his fist and punches it right in that weak point, shattering the ice. The one remaining wing on Korvax's back just falls down to the ground, and whilst Grashkor is still holding Korvax's neck, her head slumps down as well, and you can see the light in her eye, the glint, the sprinkle of life that was left in her just fade away. Grashkor, then using the neck, that as a handle, I guess, lifts up the head and slams it into the rock of the center of the arena, shattering Korvax's head in millions of pieces. He then grabs the remains of his whip and makes his way back to his chamber, ready for round 3. Grashkor has lost. Korvax... No. Let's try that again. Korvax has lost. Grashkor has won. If you think Korvax should have won, please in the comments below why you think that. However, my word is final and Grashkor's moving on to round 3. I gave Grashkor the win here because he has more fighting experience when it comes to a more diverse set of beasts. He has tackled Sepron, Epos, and Furno at one point. He also has experience killing a Master of the Beast, which is already an experienced fighter. All of these is something that Korvax does not have. The best experience Korvax may have is maybe fighting another dragon. And whilst I think Korvax puts up a good fight, if she can't get to the water, she is in a way not going to make it. And that's exactly what happened. So Grashkor is the winner here. If you like what you saw, So Grashkor's the winner, and with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press this notification button down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.